Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paradox Esports Dominion Championship Series, week number 2. This is going to be our either round of 8 or round of 16 game. I think it's a round of 16 game, actually. I think we have 9 teams this week, which is pretty cool. And this game is going to be DD Mercenaries, or just Mercenaries. I think, what are they? I don't know what their actual... If they're under DD Mercenaries or DG Mercenaries or Dominion Mercenaries. There's a word that comes before Mercenaries. I don't know what it is. So Mercenaries versus Everglade Tree Lovers. Everglade's team, who put up an amazing showing yesterday in the Dominate Gaming Dominion tournament that happened on Saturday. They took a second place in their first full appearance as a team. The only veteran players on there are Afro Dynasty and Take Your Pill. So it's cool to see Take Your Pill in the finals again. Cool to see Afro Dynasty up there getting a second place. And, newcomers Beast919, Forgot the Icing, and Snide Sentinel hanging out as well. And it looks like we have some chat bans going on here. It looks like Kha'Zix, Kassadin, okay, KZ, Cass, Kassadin, spelled with a bunch of extra Z's. It doesn't have any Z's. Why did I say extra then? It doesn't have any Z's in it to begin with. Wukong. And... Lulu. Kha'Zix, Cass, Wukong, and Lulu. Doing those 4 extra bans here, in addition to the 6 that are done at the Champion Select screen. Giving the teams the okay to begin. Alright, and we had it captured incorrectly because XSplit makes me unhappy. So let's kick that out. Let's add... I wish I didn't have to do this every single time. For some reason I always have to recapture this window, even though it's captured in the client or whatever. Let's add another title. There we go. So make sure to have the extra bands shown on the screen for you. Let me give me just a moment to set that scene up. Okay. Smaller, please. Giant thing. That should give us plenty of space to write in any more down there that go on throughout the event. There we go. And let's get these 2 team names on the screen for you. The left side team is going to be the Mercenaries team. And on the... That's not the right side. That's... My overlay is weird. Okay, there we go. That'd be Everglade Tree Lovers on that side. And then on the left side, we're going to have DD Mercenaries' team. Dude? There we go. Okay, taking a look at the bans are all on the screen. Picks have been gotten underway now. We have Taric being the first champion selected here by DD Mercenaries' team. Taric has had a little bit of a tap down in the effectiveness of his armor in the most recent patch, but overall still a very, very solid pick. Not quite nearly the unstoppable juggernaut that he was before. Now he's just a juggernaut, not necessarily an unstoppable one. Small difference there. Very tanky champion, brings extra resistance to his team via his armor aura, and brings a stun to the table as well. Over on the other side, we are seeing a Maokai and a Tristana locked in. Maokai probably going to be played by Take Your Pill. He's a real solid Maokai player. We saw that in the tournament yesterday, on the Saturday tournament by Dominate Gaming. We're going to see that again here at the Paradox eSports Dominion Championship Series, week number 2 games. Maokai brings good crowd control to the table, a substantial amount of durability, and some long-range harass as well with sapling toss. And Tristana can output a lot of damage. She can play either AD or AP, and Rocket Jump is a pretty good thing to have. Resets on kills or assists, makes it very easy for her to get in and out of fights. Long range too on top of that. On the other side, we are seeing Vi and Jarvan be locked in. Jarvan's one of the most popular and most common tanks that we see in Dominion competition, I would say. He has a line effect AoE airborne and can spawn terrain. He slows other champions. He's durable. He does damage. Great pick. Vi. Her armor reduction is very, very useful and synchronizes extremely well with other champions like Jarvan, Wukong, Xin Zhao, Darius. Anyone else that has some sort of built-in armor pen, armor reduction ability. Kale also comes to mind. And Vi's chase is pretty good as well. On the other side, we were seeing them highlighting Talon. And who else are we going to see possibly used here? Just waiting for them to highlight something, so that I may speculate about it. Karma again. We're probably seeing after Dynasty Karma, something that we saw a lot in games that team has played previously. So I'm thinking Beast 919 is going to be on that Trist. Forgot the icing on that Talon. Afro Dynasty and Take Your Pill, probably going to trade, and Snide Sentinel is going to be their bottom lane player, so he's going to make the last pick. Over on the other side, we are seeing an Urgot being locked in. Urgot's a very useful champion to have, because the damage that he deals decreases the amount of damage his opponents deal, as long as they are tagged by one of his abilities. He's a durable character with really long range harass. And LeBlanc is a champion that's really good at killing people. And what separates a good LeBlanc from a great LeBlanc is the ones that know how to use their mimicked ethereal chains to provide additional crowd control for the team. Not something that we see too often, but when it's used correctly, it can be absolutely brutal. And for our last pick, Snide Sentinel, what is he going to pick up? I feel like he's going to go up against Urgot. Foe Orden Borzen's Urgot. He's going to pick Syndra against that. Is that going to be locked in? We saw some Syndra play from him recently. Does a good amount of damage. Syndra's a character that is very, very fragile, but her damage output later on in the game is absolutely intense. Let's see if they do decide to lock that pick in or not. Yes, they are. So since there are going to be any trades made around, yep, Afro Dynasty and Take Your Pill can switch that Karma and Maokai. Looks like everyone over on DD Mercenaries' team is picked what they were going to play. And everyone else, yeah, it looks like everyone else is staying the same. So these are the two team comps that we're going to see going up against each other. Neither one of these teams... last week... Yeah, we had DD Mercenaries last week, but due to this competition, the Paradox eSports Dominion Championship Series is going to be Everglade Tree Lovers. And if they put up as good a show here, in this tournament, that they did last night, in that other competition, then I feel like their odds for going all the way to the finals is pretty solid. They can get back-to-back finals appearances in 2 different events in 2 days. That's a sign of having a really good team. However, we haven't seen very much flexibility out of their team comp yet. There we go. Take a look at the summoner spells. Seeing a lot of revive, a lot of exhaust. We're seeing LeBlanc with a flash. Yes. This is a spell that we typically don't see run on LeBlanc because she is already a character that is highly escapable, but now she has distortion, double distortion, and flash going for her. She's going to be extremely slippery and difficult to kill. It also is going to significantly increase her threat range. Beforehand, LeBlanc could threaten to get in range and hit you from distortion distance away. Now she can threaten to do it from double distortion distance if LeBlanc's really going to extend out to kill someone. But now she can go even farther than that. She can hit double distortion flash and get all the way out and throw some spells. And then if she's quick enough, she can even distortion all the way back. It's a little zany. We're seeing Taric picking up a Clairvoyance for his team. Clairvoyance is a pretty good spell. Vision is hard to come by in this game mode. It's something that's very important to have. With the changes to Grez's and Hextech Sweeper, no one's really buying them anymore because the range of activation is terrible since the changes. In order to really be using a Sweeper to reveal bushes, you have to put yourself directly in harm's way. You can be reached with pretty much anything in the game when you have to close distance to be able to Sweeper a bush. So if there is anyone in that bush, they'll attack you on the approach, which completely nullifies having the Sweeper at all, because if you can't tag the bush with Sweeper without getting in the range to be attacked by the person in the bush that you're seeking to reveal, then what the heck is the point of using that item in the first place? No one buys them anymore, except against stealth champions. If there's a champion with any kind of stealth on their team, you definitely pick one up, but we're not seeing the high vision meta that we used to have. Now it's a lot of really shady fight picking in the jungle, and a substantial amount of incomplete information. So having that clairvoyance is going to be really, really useful to the team. Let's see a few ignites, exhausts. No garrisons. The garrison is a very powerful defensive spell, and since most of the fighting in this game takes place in the jungle, you don't really need to have the garrisons going for you too much. They are useful for attacking points as well as defending, but you're not always attacking into a tower. And if the enemy has something like a Zyra or a Maokai, you still don't want to attack into a tower anyway, even with an offensive garrison. However, a Maokai or Zyra with a defensive garrison can just go anywhere else on the map, because you really won't be able to do anything about that. We're going to hit the game transition screen here. For this first game that we have going on tonight, it is going to be DD Mercenaries up against Everglade Tree Lovers in this first game. Load screen, please load screen, we love you. Yay! Okay. What the? Why is my taskbar still here? There we go. Go away, taskbar. We don't need you. And so this game is going to be DD Mercenaries versus Everglade Tree Lovers. DD Mercenaries' team is going to consist of Rafflestomp XD playing as Taric, Halo Pilot playing as Jarvan the 4th. We're going to have William Swiftfoot playing as Vi. We will have Lucari Bro playing as LeBlanc. We'll see Odin Borzen playing as Urgot. And on Everglade Tree Lovers' team, we have Afro Dynasty playing as Karma, Beast919, Forgot the Icing Talon, Take Your Pill playing Maokai, and Snide Sentinel on Syndra. I am your commentator, I am Gandair, and we're loading the game in just a moment. There we go. Oh dear. Nope. My screen. If you make the viewport on XSplit too small, then you can't resize these team names enough. And it ends up being a little gooby. Okay, come on, scoot over here. There we go. Alright. Okay, now taking a look at the starting items here. We have everybody buying and reselling things, so I guess I didn't miss much while I was changing the overlay to make sure I had the team names appropriately labeled up at the top part of the screen. Looks like Taric has yet to buy. He's the only one that we are still waiting on. We're seeing Mao opening with a no boots, Talon no boots as well. Now, in the first windmill fight, as long as you have someone that can get to the tower, you don't necessarily have to have boots if one of your teammates is able to get there and interrupt for you. So Taric going with the double Ruby Crystal opening. Another popular opening with Taric is Ruby Crystal Dorn Shield, but against the amount of AP that they have over on that side, the amount of spell damage that's going to be being dealt, it's a little bit safer to go with the double Ruby Crystal opening because the passive from Dorns wouldn't be effective here. And plus, that also gives you the components that you need to get Spirit Visage faster, which is a very useful item to have on Taric because of CDR just being so useful for him to be able to use that heal, be able to use that stun more. Nice long-range poke coming out from Everglades' team. Pretty solid opener so far. The Kari broke, going for a little bit of poke there. Forgot the ice, and they found their engaged target. Vi, William Swiftfoot is going to be the first one to come down. Has his revive, is on his way back to the fight already. There's that rocket jump in from Tristana. He's going to force the flash out of LeBlanc. They're going to beat up on her mirror image. You get 25 gold for taking out that image. So they don't have anything that they can do about top. Swiftfoot has used his revive. So when you can't do anything top, gank bottom. That's what we're seeing here. See him heading down for the Speed Shrine, and Sentinel is recalling. Vi's going to break that off, head back top, it looks like. J4 instead going to go down to see about maybe ganking that bottom lane. And there was a pause. Did I spell that with an A? I didn't spell it with an A, did I? No, I spelled it with an E. Oh, the other one is an E, though. You're right. Thank you, Kha'Zix. Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about there for a second. Okay, so we have a pause going on. Not sure the cause for that. So I'm going to chill here for a minute while I wait and see if there's any more information that I can get about it. Looking at the items here, nothing out of the ordinary. We have Urgot going for a Brutalizer, LeBlanc going for a Haunting Guise. No idea what Vi and J4 are going for yet. Tristana, I'm not sure what she's going for there. Early Blasting Wand, Tome. Could be components for an early Wooglitz, or maybe she's going to go for something else first and just wanted to hold on to that Blasting Wand early. We have Syndra with a Codex, and Mao and Karma haven't really been able to go any further in their builds yet. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the overlay while we get things figured out here. People are typing, but I can't check it. I know better than to show in-game chat on the screen. You never know what the players are saying to each other. Okay, game is coming back. And here we go. I'm gonna guess it was Urgot who had some issues because he was back at the base while that was going on, but difficult to tell either way. Marvel Stomp XD being the scout for his team, hanging out in the bushes, being able to give vision on the enemy side. Tristana is going to be able to get the Storm Shield just fine, but while that's going on, they initiate a fight over here against Talon first off, and they are going to be able to take him down. Tristana is going to join the fight now with her Storm Shield. They lost LeBlanc in the exchange, though. Tristana seeking to put the hurt on Vi right away, goes in with the rocket jump, does some pretty good damage there. Maokai picking up the KB against Vi, following up against Taric now, who hasn't been able to get any MR yet, still very early in the game. Lives for a little bit longer, courtesy of his heal. Talon gets back up to the top part of the map quickly because of his revive. And the windmill is going to be defended by them for now. Bottom lane, we have Snide Sentinels. Syndra able to defeat Urgot and doesn't go for the full cap there. Throws down a stun, so he's not going to be able to follow up with the Acid Hunter Harass like he wanted to. We have LeBlanc looking around for Syndra. Syndra knows she's there. Catches her with a double sigil, but oh, Tristana jumping straight into the ethereal chains is going to get crowd controlled, and LeBlanc is able to get back away from her, no problem. Taric is just hanging out at the top there. Vi coming around the side forgot the icing to chase him away from that. Taric wants to get in. Silence gets the dazzle off. Slam dunk Vi with the suppress as well, but Talon is going to be able to stealth on out of there and survive through Vi's ultimate. But he had to use a Shadow Assault of his own in the process. Bomb part of the map. LeBlanc goes down successfully, is able to gank against Karma. Beast 919 going to get tagged by J4 here. And Tristana does not have her knockback ready to go. No points in the rapid fire because it doesn't need it going that AP build yet. Like that Firefighter Tristana skin, we don't see too much of that. Ooh, there's the jump in, but the suppress from Odin Borzin not actually going to be enough. Beast 919 and Syndra, Snide Sentinel, are going to be able to pick up the kills down there against them. You gotta not underestimate the power of that rocket jump from Tristana. It is a very dangerous ability of Maokai. Take your pill hanging out up on the top point. As we talked about before, Maokai on a point, especially when he has his Vengeful Maelstrom up, is very, very dangerous to deal with. Forgot the ice coming in from the back, targeting Swiftfoot immediately, able to get him low on health and take him down. Now in a 2-on-3 engagement, they're going to go ahead and start backing off. Beast 919 is on his way back. Gonna circle around behind them while this happens. Who's he gonna go for? Where's his target gonna be? Jumps right in on LeBlanc and takes her out. Turns his attention next over to Taric. Double kill for Tristana. One rocket jump after another. That third one going in, and Talon's gonna take the kill against Helo Pilot. Once again, down bottom part of the map, Snide Sentinel is able to destroy Urgot once again and take control of that tower. Urgot coming out of the base on the top side. Could be going for a switcher. Maybe Swiftfoot's just breaking it for a moment. We'll see how this plays out. Odin Borzin chases Karma back, but not able to do anything about the entire rest of the enemy team that is there. And Everglade Tree Lovers having good showing so far this morning, or this afternoon, rather. Jarvan goes in for the airborne, does not connect it very much, and oh dear, that damage! Beast 919 going in, able to help pick up a kill. And 5-man engagement up here. Vi able to freely get the back point, because when you have 5 people committed to one area of the map, everything else on the map is free, so Vi's going to pick this up. No problem right there. Takes control of that tower. Tristana is recalling and is going to escape to the other side of the map, which means Vi's going to be able to turn around and pick this up. Windmill is not threatened at all. Vi can't do anything about the Boneyard right now because there's just too many people there, and Vi cannot 1v that many yet. They want to take this point back, but Take Your Pills Mao is here. Good spread out from them, splitting up. Just going to enable Odin Borzin to continue to channel his capture, while everyone else zones Maokai back away from him. And Vi, not going to be able to get that in time. Look at the damage from Tristana, throwing down that BFT in that engagement as well. Syndra not even able to pick up the assist there. Ralph Stomp going for the Storm Shield in the middle of the map. Vi being kicked out means that they're going to take that point back, still maintaining a 4 cap advantage. Helo Pilot feeling the hurt there. Taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to retreat back. Going for a little bit more of a damage dealing J4 because they do have Taric intending to tank for them. So they don't need Jarvan to build as durable. And LeBlanc and J4 being picked up. J4 being picked up by Syndra coming up from the bottom lane. Odin Poor is going to fall next. Now Raffle Stomp versus the world. Taric is a pretty good champion. Just look at how long he lived there. He did die, but the amount of effort that it took. And that carries on over into the late game. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go on long enough this time. There is Vi trying to escape out with the suppress, not able to do so, unfortunately, taking a lot of damage from Syndra's unleashed power there. We have Helo Pilots, J4 coming down, box to snide Sentinel in with the Cataclysm, and Sentinel's ultimate is down at the moment. Urgot arriving, just needs one more Acid Hunter. No, J4 is going to be able to pick up that kill. They're going to be able to chase them away from that bottom point. They get the bottom point back, but they still haven't been able to get any action going anywhere else on the map. The contain that Everglades has gotten into has just been too powerful. Maokai, that is laser beams. Please don't stand in that. Bottom part of the map. Stun on Odin Borzen. Tristana over the wall. And that AP Trist burst damage. Very good this game so far. Taric coming down to try and maintain control over his team's tower here. Is going to successfully zone them away. Over on this side of the map, Afro Dynasty able to take down Vi. The Helo Pilot and Lucari Bro coming to try and unseat Karma so they can take this back. The window that they have to recover the game is very, 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 very close. Or is very, very close to closing, rather. Missed a word there entirely. So we get this point neutral. Bottom one is going to be fully captured. Taric is dead. And Helo Pilot is also going to go down. Now all they need to do is sit and wait this out. Because there's not enough map position for DD Mercenaries to be able to bring this back, unfortunately. And Everglade Tree Lovers going to do a really good job in this first game. So they're going to advance on to the next round. And unfortunately, DD Mercenaries will have to come back next week for another try. Take a look at the post-game screen here real quick. Oh man, so many people decided to PM me today. There we go. Take a look at all the items here. Take a look at damage dealt to champions. Karma actually out in front over Tristana. And time spent dead. Well, you know what? Let's not look at that. We're going to go on to the next game in just a moment here. Thank you very much, folks, for coming out and tuning in to the Paradox Esports Dominion Championship Series Week number 2. Next game coming to you in just a few moments.